Hi, welcome into Love Goddess Tarot. Today's pick a card love reading is going to focus on messages about what's coming next in love. And you have 4 choices today. Group 1, you have together. Group 2, you have commitment. Group 3, you have connection. And group 4, you have protection. So take a moment, see which card is calling to you, and that will be your reading. The timestamps are below. Let's get started and see what messages the universe has for you today. Hi, number 1, you were drawn to the message of together, and it really shows kind of 2 people looking in the same direction, very much, very much wrapped up in one another. So it just feels like, a connection where there's a lot in common. I also notice that they have kind of similar outfits on. So it kind of feels this energy of a connection coming, or a connection that you're in that just feels natural, easy, and very much looking towards the future, or looking towards something together. Now, the only thing that I notice about this is that I feel like his hands aren't open. Do you see that? So I feel like there's something holding back, something being held back maybe. Let's see what we have. Okay, Gemini energy coming through. Gemini is connected to that idea of twins, maybe twin flame energy. I love that with the matching outfit. So this also tells me that there could be something that needs to be said, which is going back to those hands. I said natural, and look what came up, natural. And here they are looking towards the future. Now here's interesting. The couple here is looking kind of towards the past in a way. This one is looking straight ahead, and she's looking towards the future. Her hand, we can see, is wide open. There definitely is a connection here that is very close. It feels like it could be twin flame energy. Twin flame energy doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be easy. There is something that has to be said. There is some information that you need when it comes to this person. Let's see what else we get. Moonchild. Ooh. Okay, Moonchild is Cancer energy. So we have Cancer and Gemini. That could also be a timing for you, because those 2 signs are close together. I'm going to use the Tea Leaf Oracle today. So let's get some of those messages about this connection. January, freeze. Well, that's interesting, because that also goes to the idea that something's being held back, or you're being frozen out. There's some information you need to know about this person, or something that isn't being said. Someone will gossip about all your secrets. Ooh, Gemini energy with a gossip message. More about talking though, parrot. So almost like, is this person just parroting what you want to hear, or are they actually telling you the truth? I feel like we have to dive deeper into this. Climbing towards success. Yeah, and that's really giving me the idea that it is a climb, that there is something about this connection that takes work with that ladder. Let's see what the tarot has. Okay. So we have, I feel like this connection has a period of separation, which feels like with that January freeze, it could happen in January, or it could just be a symbol of, lack of contact between the 2 of you. Oh my gosh, Empress reversed, Magician reversed. I was right. I was definitely feeling the holding back, the blocked energy. The Magician is connected to Gemini as well. Gemini and Virgo. So we definitely could have a Gemini here coming in, or someone you're dealing with who's manipulating a little bit, who's taking advantage a little bit. Yeah. Or there could be another energy, another female energy around the situation. Libra and Taurus are coming through. Eight of Cups. There's definitely this idea that something is missing or running away from something, not being completely fulfilled. Something's missing, because the Eight of Cups is a message of going in search of, like something is missing emotionally, and you know, yeah, look at this. There are so many reversals here, and they're major arcana here. Wheel of Fortune reversed, Ace of Wands reversed. Yeah, there's this holding back. There's this delay. Yeah, and it feels fated. This feels like a fated connection. And I do get that twin flame energy with the Ace of Wands reversed and the Wheel of Fortune, because it's karmic, it's fated. There may have been this passion in the past, which is what attracted you. You feel this sense of, you're going to feel like you know this person, or you do feel like you really know this person right away, because there's that karmic connection. And so it's like, it's that immediate familiarity, okay? And so that's confusing. There is this message of needing to work, and also the gossiping about the secret. So I think that's what could lead to this freeze out. And it could be this person, you know, or someone around them, some female energy around them, talks about you. Okay, that parrot energy. There's something negative, and I felt it, even though the cards to begin with, you know, the message of together was so beautiful. Okay, I want to pull a card on the ladder. Ooh. Okay, so we have the Six of Pentacles, which came through reversed, and the Fool. Interesting. Okay, so the Six of Pentacles reverse shows this imbalance, okay? It shows that there's also three people involved, which is what I was feeling with the Empress and the Magician reverse. There's someone else. There's someone who's causing problems. There's this parrot energy around them. The Fool is really a message of a fresh start and a new beginning. I do think it's possible for, and I'm going to pull more cards. Let's pull more cards. But what I'm feeling initially is that it is possible to get through the bumpy times. I feel that there's a need to shift. There's a need to shift here. But this person is holding something back. It's that hand that I saw. Okay, let's see what the advice is here when it comes to overcoming these obstacles. Oh, yeah. See, I thought there was potential. Six of Cups. The person has to ditch the friend. Look at this. We go from 8 to 6. What is that? 8 minus 6 is 2 cups. I feel that there is a person, there's another person in this person's life, female energy, who may gossip, may talk, is holding this situation back or causing this negative energy. There is potential here, because there's this real sense of, like I said, this is a past life connection with the Six of Cups. This is somebody that you just feel that romance with, you feel that energy of. So yeah, I think is a connection coming for you that, you know, initially this person is going to feel very familiar, because they are familiar to you, because this is a past life connection. And I think that you are going to have some trials and tribulations, possibly because of a female energy, a friend, or an ex, could be an ex-wife. We have the Three of Pentacles here, which shows, like, you know, needing to share your time and resources with someone. And, you know, there is the potential for fresh start here, for taking that leap of faith. I'm going to pull you a message from the Work Your Light Oracle, because I just am feeling that energy today for you. Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic teacher. Ah, let me show you that. How beautiful. It's funny that it's sisterhood, because you know, there's somebody not being a good sister here, you know. Let me look it up. Let me read to you your message of Sisterhood of the Rose. Okay, it is an action card in this deck. It is the Sisterhood of the Rose is the lineage of priestesses and mystics who devoted their lives to serving humanity and seeding light consciousness all over the earth. A cross-section of ancient lineages, it is the path of devotion and beauty. Walking this path means being devoted to seeing and creating beauty wherever you go. The rose symbolizes the heart and the sacred geometry of life. How beautiful. You are being called to notice the beauty around you, particularly in nature, and hear the whispers of Mother Earth. You're being called to spend more time in nature, where all the ancient secrets live. Mother Earth is whispering. Spend time admiring her creations, and you will be rewarded. So, you are being called to take a little more time to both notice the beauty that exists around you and contribute to it. This could be through your own creations or little things in how you dress, picking out flowers for your home. Every time you devote time to creating beauty, you harmonize the planet with a little more and shift in vibration. So your work is to light up your life by surrounding yourself with beauty and creating beauty wherever you go, which is really interesting, because this message for me is like a double message, because it's saying that I feel the energy of this person, this karmic connection. They could be bringing in that energy, that female energy, in a negative way, in order for you to really know who you are, what is beauty, what is sisterhood, what is the divine feminine. Okay, because people come into our life for a reason, a season, a moment in time. And I feel like this connection is really important in a way that is unexpected. And it's about resetting your own sense of beauty, of self, and also getting stronger. Because the Empress reverse could also be you feeling like accepting less, feeling less than beautiful, feeling less than, you know, that divine feminine energy, and you needing to unblock it. Okay, so this is also a creative message and card, the Ace of Wands. So there's something about a connection coming up, which is really asking you to focus on what you find beautiful, spending time in nature, being creative, and tapping into your divine feminine. So this relationship could open that up for you, okay? Very interesting reading. Wow, okay. I'm going to roll the Astro Dice today. Let's see what other messages we get for you about love. Pluto, 7th house, Sagittarius. Okay, so Pluto's about, you know, transformation and change and death and rebirth. You have the Fool card, which is the rebirth of something in your life. 7th house is marriage and partnership. I do think there's a past life person coming back. It could open up your world in some way. And Sagittarius is about expansion and maybe even travel and foreign people and places. It's also connected to wands, which are those creative energies. So I think that this connection coming in, which I believe to be a karmic connection, a twin flame connection, is really activating something beautiful in you that has been dormant. Ooh, This was so good. I loved it. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe before you leave. Those things are free. They're easy. They help me. If you want to hit the Aphrodite Circle join button, you can join and get all the bonus content that I have on my channel, get access to it immediately, and all of the extended readings and anything else coming up in the next month. Also, write your comments below. Say hi. Let me know what you thought of today's reading. I love hearing from you. I love knowing where you're listening from. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you soon. Number 2, let's get started on your reading today about what's coming next in love. And you chose the commitment card, and the commitment card shows 2 hands with a wedding band and an engagement ring. So you could be looking at a reading about a commitment coming in. You could be looking at maybe you are in a committed relationship and you want messages about it. We are going to start with the Goddess Oracle, which is the deck that I'm using, which is the cards that you chose in the beginning of your reading. Ooh, wishes. I love the wish card. So that's kind of like the 9 of Cups. That's wishes coming true. That's making a wish. Maybe you have a very strong wish for a committed relationship. Baggage. Ooh, something about baggage and needing to evolve. Okay. So baggage can go a couple of ways. I designed this deck, so I kind of have a very strong, connection to it, and I know what my intentions were. And baggage can go a couple of ways depending on the rest of the cards, but it can be about baggage that you're carrying with you or your partner's carrying with you, or it can also be about travel, right? It can be about going on a journey. And in this case, so far, my initial thought and feeling was it was about baggage, like stuff that's kind of holding you back, because then we have the card of evolution, which is about expansion and making more room for a new life. And so, when a shell grows, it's like the nautilus shell, which is this one. As it grows, the chamber that it moves from, the little creature moves into a new chamber, and that chamber that it left fills with water so that it can move fast. So that's kind of beautiful, because it feels like they're, either you're going to move quickly from wish to fulfillment here, and that you're supported by the universe, but there is some growth involved, and that's what it feels like so far. And we're going to see what exactly these messages are when it comes to relationship. Okay, so you have bird perched, waiting for news, package, or letter. Bull, do not back down from opposition, so show strength and fortitude. Wow. So bull is connected to Taurus energy, stubbornness. There could be someone in your life or a relationship coming up where you're going to have to stand up for yourself. Some sort of news here. Let's see what else we have for you. Boat. There's the travel aspect with baggage. Money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall. Huh. Not unsuccessful plans. Yeah, I'll tell you what, this is what came through for me. It might not seem obvious given these cards, but this is the message for you. It feels like this feels like, to me, the universe is saying, don't rely on luck alone. You have to take action on something. This feels passive, like making a wish, right? But there's like something that has to be physically dealt with here, okay, in order to move the situation along. Whatever that situation is, if it is like this commitment wish, it feels like you have to be strong in your sense of self and not back down. I feel like the news and the money or property, it could be, you know, maybe moving in together, maybe an engagement ring. It feels like if you're in a relationship, there's a situation that you maybe don't want to deal with. You're just kind of wishing that it changes. But the universe is saying, no, you have to be very strong. You have to stick to what you want, what you deserve, and not just hope to get it from someone else. And I know that's harsh, but that's the message that came through. And for those of you that are completely single, and we're going to pull tarot cards right now to see how this is all playing out. It feels to me like there's something that you're stuck on, okay, when it comes to a relationship or an energy. And I feel like you need to release that in order to move forward and to actually connect with someone who you can commit with. But it's like, you have to actually move that luggage, you know? You have to pull that bag in order to make it move forward, and that's the evolution. There's the Knight of Pentacles, there's the Taurus energy, and this person is looking towards the past, and this is very slow energy, waiting for them. Maybe you are waiting for someone who's very much got this slow energy, and it's like you need to stand up for yourself. You need to make your wishes known. You need to pack your bags and go, because you need to evolve here. I feel like he's looking towards the past. I feel like, and he's so slow with bringing the commitment. And I'm getting like this feeling of being mad. I'm like frustrated. Yeah. Doing everything on your own. This is like a burden. And the tens are showing endings here. Okay, so it's like the end of you having to carry the burden yourself, carrying baggage. I feel like you've waited a long time for this person to either show up or, you know, show up actually, like if you're completely single, or if you're in a relationship with them, to show up, to do what they need to do. And you know what? You're blocking your own evolution by staying and waiting so long. The Ten of Wands, tens are change endings. It's like something needs to end here, and you need support. You need to not just be passive and hope that it happens. You have to really demand it. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. Wow, look at all this slow energy, Taurus energy, baggage. Page of Pentacles doesn't know what to do, lacks commitment. You're looking for commitment. So I would say to you that it is time for you to evolve and grow, to take action. If you're in a relationship, time for you to demand what you want. This person is not committing, and you need to, instead of waiting for this, you know, slow boat to arrive, it's not going to be successful. So you need to move forward. Okay, you need to pack your bags. I mean, it's literally, the baggage is this waiting energy. Yep, King of Swords reversed, who I really don't care for. And that's also holding back your feelings, not speaking up for yourself, blocked communication. It can also be someone who's mean-spirited, who's critical. We don't want that energy, okay? Look what's waiting for you. A fresh start, a new love, Ace of Wands. This is what's on the other side, and it's balanced and it's fair. Yeah, it's time for you to stop waiting. Like, I really feel like that's your big message today, whether you're single or in a relationship. It's like time to stop waiting. Oh my gosh, it came up again. This is about being fair, being generous, sharing the wealth. Okay, there is a connection here, and somebody is actually waiting for news about money, alimony, inheritance, where you're sharing money with other people, and it's not fair, and you need to speak up, okay? Because the person needs to be generous. They need to give equally, and there's a feeling of not getting what you need, what you deserve. There could be a specific situation here, and somebody that's come to listen today, this could be you, about inheritance. And it's like, you have got to speak up for yourself and not carry this burden alone. Okay, look at this. Magician. You have the ability to manifest the dream, the love that you are looking for, but I feel like you're surrounded by people right now, or a person in a relationship, might be 2 other people involved who are not supporting you, okay? And you need to take action. The Magician is a card of action. It's a card not just of hoping and wishing, but actually taking those wishes and making them a reality. Okay, you have all the skills, talents, and everything you need to get that beautiful relationship. But I think right now you need to either, change your job, change your location, change your relationship. There's a change needed here with that 10 of Wands in order to get that committed connection. Yeah, this is what's coming. Ace of Wands, 6 of Cups, something very romantic with someone who has a lot of passion. This is fire and water signs. This is somebody who's emotionally deep, but also extremely, extremely passionate, okay? Wow, this took such a different and interesting turn. Let's roll the Astro Dice, and then I'm going to read you your message from the Work Your Light Oracle. Mars, 6th house, change your environment, Aquarius, and maybe friends. The Aquarius card is the wish card. It's hopes, dreams, and wishes. Taking action, Mars, on your wishes in your everyday life, 6th house. And 6th house is also connected to Virgo. Okay, so there could be a Virgo here. Wow, there's some sort of change that needs to happen, and it's about you not waiting for someone else to do the right thing, for a committed connection, for the money to come in. It's like you have to take action. Okay, let's see what your message from the Work Your Light Oracle is today. You have boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Yes, look at all those hands, like trying to grab at you, okay? This is about you establishing better boundaries. Let me read to you from the Oracle. That is so interesting. Boundaries is an inquiry card. So that's, kind of asking yourself these questions. You're being called to create clearer boundaries in your life. This could be with your friends, family, or work. That's exactly what I felt like. Whatever your environment is it's not supportive. At first, it might only be a little, saying yes when you mean no leads to resentment, which is the biggest part of the energy drain. At first, it might only be a little bit, not feel like a big deal, but before you know it, your energy field becomes porous and you're left feeling depleted, resentful, or taken advantage of. Saying no and having clear boundaries is actually a spiritual act. The most giving, loving, compassionate people are those with the clearest boundaries, for when they say yes, they're able to give unconditionally, okay? When your boundaries are clear, others know where you stand, and you're able to give freely. If you're not clear, King of Swords reversed, where your boundaries are, this causes confusion, resentment, and an energetic cords to be planted. If you're saying yes when you mean no, you're likely needing something yourself. Ask yourself, what part of me needs something from them? It could be approval, fear of being seen as a certain way, or a fear of loss. The best way to gauge your boundaries is to check in with your stomach, your second brain. It has an intelligence, your gut feelings. Tune into that space. How does it feel? So your question is, where in your life do you need to establish better boundaries? And that is so interesting. And that was the message of the bull. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. That's how you get connected to a partnership that is what is meant for you, what feels right, what is good for you, what is fair, what is balanced. Ooh, that was a good one. I hope this helped you today. Please like, comment, and subscribe. All those things are right here. Just click them before you leave. Hit the notification bell so you're notified whenever I post a new reading. You can hit the join button, and for a small fee, you can get access to all my bonus content and extended readings that are on my channel right now, plus anything that comes up that I do in the next month. So I am sending you so much love. Have a beautiful day. You chose connection today, and this shows just a really, really beautiful, sort of almost telepathic, just very, very deep connection between you and a partner, a relationship that you're in, or a relationship you aspire to. Today's reading is going to focus on what's coming next in love. So let's see what we have. Grounded. Yes, grounded is important element of this connection, because it's not just, you know, living in the ethers. It's not just that Piscean sort of, which is beautiful, but like ethereal, almost magical, otherworldly surprise. Oh, isn't that beautiful how the grounded, the rocks and the surprise pearls are so similar. They look similar. There's a lot of purity, there's a lot of spirituality in the low-key balanced, the tree pose. So by getting grounded, if you're single, by really connecting with that inner calm, that's how the best things happen for you. Okay, so by being grounded, maybe doing yoga, maybe you're a yoga instructor, or you like to do yoga, or you meditate. This is when these connections are able to connect. Okay, there's something about this idea of balance with the tree pose here, and that grounded energy that brings you this beautiful connection. I feel like it's going to surprise you in some way. But let's find out. Let's find out where we're headed with this one. I'm starting with the tea leaf oracle today. Ooh, flying out at me. Dog barking, advice from a friend. There's someone that's been telling you something for a while, or someone that's going to tell you something over and over again. And I think it's going to be one of those aha moments where you go, oh my gosh, you were so right. Horse, short journey. There could be a connection to taking a short trip. Short journey is something you can do by car, you know. Not like flying an airplane, you know, going a long distance. Short journey is exactly what it sounds like. Just ooh, rose, romance is in the air. Oh, I love it. Okay, so there could be some sort of connection here to a friend, to a trip, to a piece of advice. Hey, maybe your friend says, you know what you really need? A weekend away, or you need a girls' weekend, or let's go do this spa thing, or, you know, just some piece of advice, something about a friend really wanting to, look at the bottom. The moon card, change coming into your life. Really wanting you to do something, because dog barking, it's like over and over again. I love the rose, because the rose is that bright red color, and it's about, you know, romance, but it's about, you know, devotion. You know, it's an Aphrodite symbol, which of course I love. Wow. Right off the bat, the wish card, 9 of Cups. Oh my God. Okay. Wishes come true. Being content, being happy. This is not that far off. I have goosebumps. Yes, romance is in the air. Ace of Cups. Wow. It's like, I feel like you're someone who's like happy with their life or feeling, you know, quite content. You might be a very grounded person. You might have all these things going on, which is the Nine of Cups. And then you even get that one cup, which makes it 10. So you have a complete life. And it's like the universe is bringing in this surprise, which is like, listen, you are happy and you're doing great. But guess what? I think I can even bring something more, which is this gift of love. I mean, just total contentment. And I love all the water here. So this could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. We have that strong connection. So emotional connection would be cups, would be that water energy. Wow. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I feel like this surprise comes. It's kind of two surprises, or it could be two people even. But it's interesting because we have the grounded energy here of the Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is a gift, financial gift, money, a job, a promotion. This is emotional gift. It's like the universe is really bringing in some good stuff. And there's something about that friend. Now, I want to pull a card about the friend. The dog barking. What is that message that the friend is bringing to you? The friend is telling you about dropping anyone in your life, old past connections who have lied to you. There's something about someone lying that your friend is really aware of and is really going to point out. And boy, are they right, because look what happens once you leave that behind, whatever that deceitful energy is. Whoa. Yeah, the friend is telling you to move on from something. Eight of Cups reversed. When you listen to that friend, you move from Eight of Cups reversed, which is staying in something longer than you probably should, to moving on, okay? And you immediately, it's a short journey. We could say this literally, it's a short journey to love once you move on. Wow. Yeah, you go from the Eight of Cups reversed to the Nine of Cups upright. Yeah, another eight. Eight of Pentacles. It's like putting in the effort, putting in the work in some place, thing, or person that doesn't deserve it, okay? What is the advice? Move on. Quickly, fast, take action. It's time. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is somebody passionate, exciting, and surprising, flying in quickly. There's a big change and shift that happens quickly once you deal with what your friend tells you, okay? Because that friend, and it could just be a family member, it doesn't have to be a friend, but it's someone who is your friend, meaning your mom, your sister, your brother, somebody who cares about you. Once you take that information in and act on it, maybe you've stayed low-key about it. Maybe you're a very sort of grounded person that doesn't like to make big shifts and changes. Well, guess what? Your friend is right. A short journey and boom, look what's offered. Look what's coming in, a fresh start really quickly. Like, this doesn't happen to most people. All right, let me roll the Astro Dice. See if there's any other messages from the planets and stars about love for you today. 7th house, Sag, Sun. Move on. There's the Knight of Wands. Fast. Look at this. This person could be from a foreign place, country, culture. This is moving also to commitment very fast. We see the arrow here. It's like, boo. That's Sagittarius energy. That's the Knight of Wands. The 7th house is partnership, marriage, one-on-one relationships. And the Sun is you shining. That's also Leo energy. That's about you shining in partnerships, okay? I'm going to pull a message from the Work Your Light Oracle today for you. And we're going to see what kind of messages the universe has about love for you and what you need to hear today. Leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. Take that trip. Oh my gosh. Leap. Wow. Okay, let me read you the message of leap. Life bends for the courageous. The universe wants to support you, but you need to leap, which is what your friend is saying. To throw your life up in the air. Perhaps you know what you are being called to leap toward or away from, but are scared to make the move. Or, oh my gosh, this is exactly what your reading is. Or maybe perhaps you're waiting for a big fat sign or instruction manual or permission to do so. If this is you, then this card is your sign and permission slip to take a deep breath and leap into the unknown. It's scary to let go of all we know in hope of something new. And it's normal to feel anxious at the thought of letting go of what we know for sure. But it's the unavoidable process of rising. And right now, this is how you are being called to live. Work your light action is you go first, take a good run and leap. Wow. That is your message for today. I would love to hear what your friend has been telling you and what leap you need to make that you know came through to you during this reading today in your heart. It's different for everyone. There's a lot of people listening. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Write it in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All those things are free. Once you do that, hit the notification bell and you'll be notified whenever I post a new reading. You can also hit join and become a member of the Aphrodite Circle and get access to all the bonus readings I have on the site, as well as extended readings there, and anything new that comes up in the next month, you'll have free access. Alrighty, I am sending you so much love. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Hi, number 4, you chose protection today, and we see someone holding a cup, a glass. It feels like a mug to me, or a teacup, because obviously I'm a tea drinker. I designed this, so my intention here was a message of protection, either protection, you protecting yourself from, or someone else protecting you. Okay, so, you know, or a spiritual protection. I'm going to start with the tea leaf. Oh no, let me start with your messages from the Goddess Oracle here. Let's get started with those, then I'll pull tea leaf, then tarot, and finally a Work Your Light Oracle card for you about love in general. Self-care, protecting your heart, protecting yourself, protecting your body, mind, and spirit through self-care. Questions. Ooh, okay, there's something about questions, needing to get answers. Contact. Ooh, okay. Well, when I designed that card, I was thinking of he loves me not, you know, pulling the leaves from the petals from the flower here. But here we have contact. And is it going to be you contacting or someone contacting you? There's some sort of contact that needs to be had here. Self-care. Yeah, you're protecting yourself by asking questions. Okay, that's where we're starting. You need to protect yourself by asking questions. What's going on here for number 4? Mice. Discord among friends or family. Ooh. Okay, self-care and protection could be, I'm going to get answers, or I'm going to tell them to mind their own business. That could also be it. Barrel. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. That's the need for self-care. Dog. Close up. Pleasure with a close friend. Huh. I wonder if you have someone who starts as a friend or someone who is a friend. Okay, November came through with shield. You need to defend yourself. Is there a Scorpio or somebody born in November, or could November be a time when you need to protect yourself? Something's going on, or did something happen in November Let's get to the bottom of this. I'm gonna pull you some tarot messages. It's weird because you have the discord with family or friends and then pleasure with a close friend. So it's almost like, I feel like you have to defend yourself from either family or friends or something, because the Fool reversed, well, that's wanting to protect yourself. That's being afraid of making a mistake again, afraid of taking that leap. Yeah, Six of Wands. Afraid of failure. There's something that you're afraid of. Queen of Pentacles is focused on finance, on stability, security. Protecting that. Six of Swords. Six of Swords is staying stuck. Knight of Swords. Whoa, bottom of the deck, Page of Swords. Yeah, questions. There's a lot going on here. Boy, look at the swords with the shield. You have to protect yourself from swords with a shield. I feel like what you're experiencing, or something that will come up now, is it's like a tug of war between your heart, what you want, and the external pressure around you. You may want to move forward in love or want something to happen, but you have this fear of judgment or lack of support, okay? The key here for you is this clear, honest communication, okay? You don't need everybody's approval to live your life, okay? And stability here seems to be really important to you. Loyalty, stability. This could also be someone in your family, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or you. But it doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice to be loyal, okay? What I think's coming up for you is having to ask some hard questions and defend yourself. And I don't think that comes easy to you, okay? Let's pull. Yeah, it's like this difficulty with the family or friends about someone in your life. And it's like you need to take care of yourself. But part of taking care of yourself is confronting whatever this is, okay? And bringing up and asking questions and having these discussions that don't feel comfortable. I feel that's the energy that's coming up. Let me pull a card and get some advice for you. I mean, the advice is kind of that Page of Swords. You know, I think we have a good idea of the advice here, but I'm going to pull you one more. Four of Swords. Wow, look at all these swords. This is definitely questions, contact, having to have these discussions, but mostly you need to have fun. You need to have fun. You need to be around people who want to celebrate you and not be around negativity. Okay, Four of Swords is saying take that self-care. Okay, take a moment, take a beat, but you do ultimately have to have these discussions. Okay, ask these questions, have these, you know, maybe conversations with family or friends that they don't want to hear. But yeah, and it could be connected to a relationship with a love relationship, or the fact that you haven't had a relationship because of these conflicts or because of these opinions. You're afraid that you're not getting this. You're afraid to take a chance or go for it because you're not getting that support around you. So take a moment, take a beat. The Four of Swords is saying, but ultimately you do have to have these conversations, and you can't stay stuck because you feel you're being loyal. You need to live your life, okay? Something about November. I don't know what that is. It'll be different for everyone. Let's see what the planets have to say. Capricorn. There's that energy of the Queen of Pentacles, Moon, 4th house, home, family, mom, could be your family here. It's this emotional tug, you know, this feeling of, it could be connected to a move, to your family, to your home. You're definitely going to have some tough conversations, and it's going to open up love for you. But you have to take care of yourself first, okay? Let's get your work, your light message. I did see you having fun coming up. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Cups. So I think it will work. It's just that you are going through a little bit of a tough time coming up, or going through it now. And you're just gonna have to confront some people or say some things that isn't comfortable, but that's okay. That doesn't mean you're disloyal, but protect your health and energy right now. Lumeria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Ooh, beautiful card. So maybe you are thinking of moving in with someone, or moving, or just, you know, creating the life that you've always wanted, and the people around you are not happy about it, and that's okay. You can still do it. You know what I mean? Okay, let's look up Lumeria. Okay, Lumeria is one of Earth's lost lands, where heaven really was a place on Earth, a time before we were kicked out of the Garden of Eden. In Lumeria, life worked in harmony. All beings were seen as equal, and we were deeply reverent to Mother Earth. We knew that a mosquito was no worth to us than the sun, and no better. Perhaps you too believe that heaven can really be a place on Earth. Perhaps you are part of this transition team who at a soul level are devoted to creating this kind of harmony on the planet. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the state of affairs of the planet right now, but you are being encouraged to keep holding the clear vision of your future. It's closer than you think. Oh, I love that. See? Don't let this discord stop you from dreaming this dream. You may be guided to hold the frequency in your own community, family, workplace, or within yourself, which is you trying to keep it all together with this discord. There are hundreds of thousands who hold the codes of ancient lost land, that and even Lumeria crystals that hold the codes of remembering that we are beginning to rise. Keep doing what you're doing, and remember, the only way to heal the world around us is to first heal ourselves. 4 of Swords, self-care, right where we started, okay? So this is really about you taking care of yourself right now, but ultimately holding on to your vision and, you know, sharing it with people, whether they like it or not. Okay, that doesn't make you disloyal. That is your reading for today. I can't wait to hear what you thought. Please write all your comments below. Let me know what your situation is, if you feel comfortable sharing. Like this video, subscribe, do all those good things. They're free. Once you do that, you can also hit join if you want to become a paid member, and you can become part of the Aphrodite Circle, which is where you get access to all the bonus content that I do, as well as the extended readings. Okay, so check all that out. I am sending you lots of love and healing. Okay, self-care, number one, take care of yourself. Sending you lots of love.